Welcome, my name's Chris Goering and welcome to the review of the new Oculus GO, and in particular for marketing and training. Will this be a game changer? Well, I'll have a look through, show you all the actual product itself and how I think this could be a game changer. So we've already unboxed it because quite frankly you can watch as many unboxing videos as you want on YouTube. Comes like this, quite a small neat box, and inside is the important thing, the Oculus GO. For any of you out there who's not familiar with VR products as such, so I'll give you a quick rundown. Samsung Gear came out a few years ago, and that's a telephone like Samsung's S8. You place that inside the Gear headset, and essentially you've got to buy a phone, about £800, maybe a little bit cheaper, and then you've got to then buy the headset, about £99, sometimes free with the phone. So you're talking nearly £800-900 for what essentially people call the entry-level VR market, which is still very expensive unless you already owned the phone and you only needed to buy the headset. So moving forward a few years, VR's become a real buzz, and there's lots of different types of VR. The top end of the market's your HTC Vive, and that requires about a 2.5 metre square space with sensors and tethered to a computer, usually a high-end gaming PC. And then you've got the Oculus Rift, which is obviously the same brand as this, and that's a little bit less hassle. It's got 2 sensors you can place on the desk, and we really like that because it's easier to set up and it still gives you a really high-end quality. And then over the last few years you've had Windows products coming out, and also a few announcements of higher end products from HTC and also from Oculus. We've been waiting for this one for a while now, but this for me feels like this could really open the market up for a lot of people, because obviously if you're either spending £800-900 at the beginning of the market right up to the £2,000-2,500 for the headsets and the PC, what you need is a product that can really get out to the audience. This is £199. Now in the US it's $199, which is frustrating because it transfers straight to pounds, and that would probably be about £160 in the UK. And we've purchased the one just above that, which is £249. This is the 64 gig version, the other one's 32. As we're a developer, we naturally wanted the larger one, but quite frankly, £199 for the 32 gig, is fantastic. It looks very much like our Rift. It's very light actually. It's got a metal front on there, and it's also got a controller. You should just put an AA battery in there. Disappointingly, that this just comes with a cable without an actual charger. So we've just plugged it into one of our normal charging units that we have for our mobile phones, and it's worked fine. So straight into the headset. Is it any good? Personally, this has got a better screen than our Rift. So the Rift that was about £600 last year, we bought for about £400 recently on a recent deal. You've still got to tether it to a computer. The disadvantage, bonuses and advantages, I'll quickly run through those. If you're on a tethered type of VR, you can actually walk around internally in the VR by pressing the controller and aiming at the floor, and you can walk around a space with the same controllers, interact with products, pick things up. Now with a mobile VR, in recent years they've added the controller. Now the controller's great. With this, we placed it on earlier, you've got a trackpad there, so that can scroll left to right when you're inside a menu. It's got an Oculus button that takes you back to the actual main menu, and then you've got a backup button as well. You also have a trigger as well. So this helps you move around the space, but essentially with a mobile VR, you will be sat, say for instance, if it's an architectural environment, in the middle of the room. You can look around the room, maybe add the pointer and direct it at elements. For instance, we've got a VR product where you can click at it and pop-ups come up with information. So that's great, and you can look around. But to move from room to room, you need to aim it at a marker that will transport you into that room. So if you went from a lounge to a bathroom, you would need to move around in this way. Now if you was in a tethered PC VR, you would aim it at the floor and you could walk around the room, in through the corridor into the bathroom. So there's massive advantages either way. The biggest advantage of mobile is ease of access. Again, this can pop into a bag very easily. and you can take it anywhere. So if you're looking at this for marketing, retail, and the enterprise sort of world, then this is great. If you've got an event at a trade show, you can now buy 5 of these for £1,000, pop these onto people, put your content inside, access it very easily. You don't need to be that well trained at all to get into this. So it's a real great entry to market. It's also very useful for basic training. I would suggest then you move up to an Oculus if it was Oculus Rift, if it was becoming more complicated. But for an entry-level product, this is fantastic, and this will also really be great for the consumer market as well. So we can't say everybody sat in their lounge on an evening or wearing a headset, but it certainly will open up that market to look at this as for entertainment, shopping and things like that. So, moving forward, do we think it's good? Yes, definitely. This will really help the entire market embrace VR much more heavily than it has done. Everyone keeps comparing VR and AR against each other. Totally wrong. AR is different than VR. They both have the word reality at the end, but when it comes down to it, AR will be a probably much wider spread experience, purely because we all have smartphones and tablets now, so there's more of those pieces of hardware out there, and there is advantages of that. You're still in the real world, you're using your phone, using your iPad to actually engage in this content. This is very much more an immersive experience, currently singular experience, but more and more, and we're developing things as well at the moment where we can have a collaborative VR, where we can have up to 10 people inside a Rift and have people designing and training inside these products, and we'll be doing the same thing for these. So again, brilliant product, would really highly recommend it. If you've got any questions on this, we're more than happy to answer these. If you've got anything that you're a developer or you're knowledgeable about this product itself and you want to just add to this, add underneath, contact under the subscription, and we'll be doing more of these because we really do feel value in giving anybody anything that they need to know on content production or VR hardware. So if you do have any questions, again, put underneath, and we will answer as many of those as we can. Thank you very much.